7-7. If you're checking out the game, let us know where you're watching tonight's game from. Punting situation now for Brooks. Oh, boy, it's going to take a Trojan roll and going to roll it at the 29. And that's where Cook is going to put it in play.
I'd like to recognize a couple of friends over there. There's Tennyson. There's Tennyson.
All right, so here comes Cook back on offense now. Boy, what a great job
Freddie Harold, if he's here, maybe Jack's here.
the Cook defense did on that last play.
Stuff going on for them later. Corinne, Harris, Jack, and Freddie.
So just over 2 minutes to go in this first quarter in a 7-7 game. Tippins faked the handoff, and he kept it to the near side. Not going to get anything. In fact, he's going to lose about 2 yards on the play.
McGee on the tackle. He lost a couple. Second down. Second down and 13 for the Hornets.
Yeah, I just switched to the other one. I think it's running a little better. Let me see. This one is not a, I don't like this one.
So second down and 12 now. Tippins wants to throw, going to sail it across the middle. Almost caught and almost intercepted.
Almost. You got a flag on the play.
Penalty flag on the play now. Let's check the call.
You got a personal foul.
We are going to have a personal foul called on Brooks. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, on Brooks. Sure is. So let's see if they'll mark this one off. 7-7 game, 2:21 to go in the first quarter.
All right, we got a first down off of that play.
So a big penalty that time on Brooks. And that's going to give Cook a new set of downs and a lot better field position. Quarterback keeper by Tippins, taking it across the 45 to about the 46-47. Mercifully, the sun finally starting to sit
Second down.
behind the trees on the western end of Cook County. And, well, that is a relief to yours truly, I promise you that. All right, so going to be second down and 5. Nice gain that time by Tippins on the keeper. He's definitely their guy, both running it and throwing it. He's going to fake the jet sweep, and that did not fool anyone, especially didn't fool Marquise Williams, the senior defensive lineman. And now we've got a penalty flag, late flag coming in. Let's see what we get. Both sides are clapping, and we may get off sitting. I don't know. Let's see what the white hat tells us. Dead ball. It is going to be on Brooks. So unsportsmanlike on Brooks. And now head coach Josh McFather wants an explanation, and the white hat, the crew chief, going to run over and give it to him. Obadiah Farley gives us a score, 7-7. Thomas County Central and Florida High School. Now they go by Florida High School even though they are based in Tallahassee, and they go by Seminoles, and they wear the Seminole colors, and they have the spear as one of their logos, but they are Florida High School. Now Cook Hornets players are telling their crowd to get up. And this huge Cook High Hornet home crowd is doing just that. Boy, both sides have filled in really nicely here into this beautiful venue of Memorial Stadium at Cook High School. Boy, what a great stadium this is. This is our first trip here to Adel and the home of the Hornets. Now Cook's got it. 41-yard line of Brooks. Handoff, trying to break it outside. But, boy, here comes that Brooks defense. They are really running well to the football tonight, and they did it that time. Did not allow Marquise Miller to get anything. He was trying to string that one out to the edge, and he just couldn't get there. 2nd down and 13, a loss of 3. Part of the scoreboard is out here at Cook, so I'm guessing we're down to about a minute to go. 2nd and 13. Cook has got it at the 45 of Brooks. 7-7 game. Tippins throws. Oh, receiver had it and he dropped it. May have gotten a hand on it, the defensive back had. I'll back up on that. If you're watching the game, let me know where you're checking out the game from. We are aware of the connection, trying to get this fixed. So here's 3rd down and 13 now. 3 receivers near side, 1 on the far side. Cook. Big play here. Brooks is showing blitz. And Brooks is going to jump off sides. That'll move it up 5. Still going to be 3rd down, but it'll be more manageable now, as it'll go from 3rd and 13 to 3rd and 8. Hang with us. We're trying to get our video straightened out here. Mike Sorensen tells us Lee County 20-7 over Tiff. Still 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Some big games tonight, including Colquitt and North Gwinnett. Keep an eye on that one. Here we're 7-7, under a minute to go in the first quarter. 3 receivers near side, 1 on the far side. Tippins wants to throw. Looks. Sacked. Tippins is sacked by Demarion Washington Jr., who is a junior. Well, I got to tell you guys, Brooks' defense have come to play tonight. However, both defenses are playing well. So what started out as what looked like may have been an offensive explosion with 2 big plays from each team's offenses has seen the defenses for both teams kind of settle in here. Well, look at that punt. Great day. I mean, going to roll out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Brooks Moore, maybe the best punter in the state. I'm going to declare him the number 1 punter in the state. I have heard about him, and now I've seen him in 2 punts. He gets the ball up in the clouds as high as any punter I've seen, and he knows how to put it up there, and he knows how to get the appropriate roll. He just deadens that thing, and he did it again inside the 10-yard line. That's 2 kicks that he's knocked dead deep in Brooks territory. Nathan Sloan tells us that the Pack are down 7-0 to North Gwinnett. Michael Ward is watching us from Lake Park, Georgia. He says, go Trojans. Let me know where you're watching the game from. Stephen Tate says, what's up, guys? Stephen, what's up, brother? We're 7-7. This is probably going to be the last play. It will be the last play of the first quarter with just 6 seconds to go in a 7-7 game. Thanks so much for being with us. ITG next game of the week. Cole taking it outside. Man, he's dangerous when he gets out there. And there he goes. Finally knocked out of bounds at the 34, 35-yard line. And that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. Watch the penalty flag, though. We've got a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Let's check that. check the call here. We're going to hold it right here for a second. We've come to the end of the first quarter. But let's see what the call is. Is that going to negate what was a 30-yard run from Chris Cole? We're about to find out. We got a holding call on Brooks. And now the white hat
All you Brooks County people, since y'all are good neighbors, we take it off the extra fees on
gives
all
us the call. So
food at the snack shop, so y'all be able to get all the food at the same
I
price.
think they're going to run this untimed play here, and that's what they're going to do.
Jack and Freddie.
So instead of a 30-yard gain from Chris Cole, instead you're going to replay first down, and now, don't look now, but Brooks is standing in the shadow of their own goal line. They're on their own 3-yard line. So look out here. See if Cook decides to go after it here. Low snap. Burris going to throw it long downfield, and he overshoots everybody.
Incomplete pass.
And that will officially now bring it into the first quarter, I believe. And it will. That's the end of the first quarter, so we end on an untimed down after the holding call. So your score, Brooks 7, Cook 7, end of one quarter here in Adel at Veterans Memorial Stadium at Cook High School. Score big with Dr. Frankie Davis at Sterling Group Orthopedics. Specializing in advanced knee replacements, Dr. Davis uses the Mako surgical robot for precise, efficient surgeries and faster recovery times. Get back to your active life with confidence. Choose Dr. Davis and the Mako surgical robot for top-notch knee care. Call Sterling Group Orthopedics today at 229-891-9581, or you can visit their site at sterlingphysiciangroup.com. Big thanks again to Sterling Group Orthopedics and Farah and Farah, sponsors of tonight's game. Wow, look at Florida High, now up 14-7 on Thomas County Central. That's a shocker. We're going to keep an eye on that one for you for sure. Goodness gracious. We've seen, though, Thomas County Central, we've seen teams hang tough with Thomas County Central. They just find a way. Well, what a great job Coach Justin Rogers has done there at Thomas County Central. Speaking of Thomasville and speaking of Thomas County Central, next week we will bring you Thomas County Central at Thomasville, our ITG next game of the week, the Rose City Classic, and you don't think that's going to be something big?
Hey, it ain't third down yet, but let's make some noise. Put some pressure on them.
Second down, Brooks, as we start the second quarter, they're in the shadow of their own goal line. Guys, they're up their own 3. Burris back to throw, heavy rush, going to just throw it long, complete. And it's going to go, let's see, going to go for a touchdown. I think it will. They just threw a bomb, 97 yards. First play of the second quarter is a 97-yard bomb. Great day. Yeah, Jacob, we hear you, brother. Trying to get our video fixed. We'll see if we can work on that for you. In the meantime, stay with my play-by-play here. I'll keep you up to speed on exactly what's happening. 13-7, point after attempt coming up, and it's good. 14-7, first play of the second quarter. Are you kidding me? A 97-yard bomb. Remember, they had tried that the play before, and Burris overshot the receiver. But that wasn't the case the second time. Wow, what a play. First play of the second quarter. And we're 14-7. Remember, Cook got up in this game 14-7, or 7-0 rather. And now here we are. First play of the second quarter now with Brooks has turned the tides. They're up 14-7. Nick Smith says Junior has a gun. Indeed, he does. Wow. Folks, he threw that ball from about 5 yards in his own end zone, and the catch was made at the 50. So 55 yards in the air. That takes a heave to throw that ball that long. All right, now a little short kick, pooch kick, taking up about the 15, 20. Look out, got some running room. Look out. Taking it all the way close to the 40-yard line, and Cook is going to have great field position. A penalty flag down, however, back at the 25. That's probably and usually is in the area of a hold. We'll wait for the official call. That'll give us a chance to tell you and remind you about our friends Orthopedics, who want to ask you, are you ready to tackle knee pain? Dr. Frankie Davis at Sterling Group Orthopedics brings you the latest in knee replacements with the Mako surgical robot. Experience precision surgery and quicker recovery times with top-notch care from Dr. Davis. Hey, don't let knee issues hold you back. Call Sterling Group Orthopedics today at 229-891-9581, or you can visit their website, sterlingphysiciangroup.com. So I was wrong, and what else is new? I was wrong. I thought that we were going to get some kind of hold on the kick return, depending on where the flag was. However, it's going against Brooks. So now that's going to give Cook, who was already going to be in good starting field position, an even better field position now on the Brooks side of the 50. Taking over at the Brooks 47. Tippins on a keeper, left side. Tippins got some running room. The ball comes out. It's a fumble. MJ Tippins had a great carry, but he coughs it up at the end, and it's going to be a turnover. So Brooks will take over now on offense. Tippins had a big game. We've seen both teams plagued by turnovers here. Remember, Brooks coughed it up on their first offensive possession of the game. Cook took over and took advantage on the very next play, taking it in from 24 yards out on a 25-yard touchdown pass and catch. That put the Hornets up early 7-0. Brooks has come back with two big plays. 70-yard touchdown run by Chris Cole to make it 7-7. And just a few minutes ago, a 97-yard bomb. I need to try to catch the number of the receiver. I thought it was George Lamons Jr. See if I can double-check that. Guys, it looks like our stream has evened out here, thankfully. So we're grateful for that. Let me know where you're checking out the game from. Let me know if you got any other scores and anything else that you'd like to comment with me about. We'd love to hear from you as we are coming to you live tonight from the home of the Cook High Hornets. And if you have not watched a game here, we're glad to be bringing you this one, but get a chance, come watch a game in person here. This place is packed. Cook's home side, and it is a huge stadium. And these Cook fans have come out. Brooks has brought a great crowd, almost filling the visitor side from end to end. So a great crowd. Great night for high school football in southern Georgia. 14-7, Brooks leads it. Burris going to throw another bomb. Knocked down this time. Boy, Brooks County is airing it out. It's like they're trying to pick a little bit on these defensive backs, but give credit to number 24, Kinsley Merritt. He's another sophomore. He was able to get back and knock that one down. Man, boy, Junior is airing it out tonight, ain't he? Great day. We've got a timeout. A timeout has been taken by Brooks. That's going to give us a chance to tell you about our friends at Farrah & Farrah, who want to remind you it's Friday night. It's where student athletes compete for everything on the line, chasing greatness and forging unbreakable bonds. It's where entire communities unite under the lights to witness passion, pride, and moments that will be etched in their memories forever. This is high school football, and there's no tradition quite like it. Just like these athletes, Farrah & Farrah puts it on the line every day for their clients, which is why Farrah & Farrah proudly supports high school football. Go to farrahandfarrah.com to find the Georgia office closest to you. That's farrahandfarrah.com. Farrah & Farrah, along with Sterling Group Orthopedics, sponsoring tonight's game here at ITG Next Georgia, our ITG Next Georgia Game of the Week. Last week, we were up in Northeast Atlanta. We were at Collins Hill, where we brought you a great game between Woodward Academy and Collins Hill. Tonight, we're back in South Georgia, bringing you another great one between Brooks and Cook. Look out. Another run play. Boy, I tell you, Chris Cole, you can see a lot of comparisons to his father, who Maurice Freeman, the former coach, longtime coach at Brooks, told me he was one of the best athletes and the best running back he's ever coached. And that's saying a lot. And you can see how Chris Cole Jr. getting a lot of comparisons to his great father. You can see a lot of those same traits. Seems like he's about one step away from breaking it every time. 3rd down and 4. Let's see if he gets the call this time. He does, right up the middle. He'll have the 1st down. That's what the great backs do, don't they? Cole needed 4 yards, and he just got 6 just like that, like it was no problem. The great backs make it look effortless, and that's Chris Cole's running style. Mike Sorensen gives us Columbia, that's Lake City, 6-3 over Coffee. Now Cook's going to be drawn offside, so mark it up 5 yards for Brooks. Ware, Shannon Dwayne says Ware is up like 21-0. Now, don't know if that's official or not. That's Bainbridge, Ware. Nathan Sloan gives us an update. Says 7-3, North went over the Pack. Michael and Brittany Hutto watching the game. Frankie Ponder watching the game. Nick Smith says top 2 quarterbacks in the area, Tate Snellgrove for Valwood, Junior Burris for Brooks. And I tell you, you're not going to get much argument from me or much anybody on that one, Nick. Snap to Burris. Going to air it out. Another bomb. Complete. Touchdown. Brooks. Right now, you're seeing the air show on display for Brooks. George Lamons Jr., one of the top wide receivers in the state. I say that a lot, and they got a lot of talent. It's why early on I predicted Brooks to win the state championship, and I'm not backing off of that. We're either 8:48 or 6:48 to go in the half. Part of Cook's scoreboard is burned out. I'm going to say 8:48 to go. Point after attempt is up. Good. So 3 big plays here tonight. Actually 4. but 3 big ones from Brooks and 1 big one from Cook. Brooks has struck on a 70-yard touchdown run from Chris Cole and a 97-yard bomb to Lamons and a 60-yard bomb from Burris to Lamons. Boy, we just got out of our mouth what Nick Smith had said about the 2 best quarterbacks around. And again, my first chance seeing Junior Burris, and he is some kind of impressive. Boy, makes you wonder. Now, that Thomasville-Brooks game, Josh McFather said they left a couple of touchdowns on the field, not able to convert. So that score, 35-12, maybe a little deceiving, but it is what it is. It was a loss. But Brooks trying to make amends for that one tonight. And right now, so far so good if you're a Brooks fan. They're up 21-7. Kickoff, taking a look out. Big return. An injured Cook player. Now he's up. Great day in the morning. What a game we've got.
Merritt on a nice run. Brought it back into the Trojan territory.
Malcolm Merritt get another of these mini sophomores on the field tonight for both teams. Merritt, a sophomore for Brooks, and they're littered with them. And he just took it back for a 50-yard kick return from his own 10 to the Brooks 40. So great starting field position on this one now for Cook. We'll see if they can do something with it. They're down 21-7.
Kenny on the carry. He picked up about 3.
Short gain by Cook's number 10, Nigel Kinney, another sophomore. Takes it forward. We'll give him 3 on the play. 2nd and 7. Second and 7. Ball inside the 40 of Brooks, and a 21-7 Brooks lead here in the first half. Penalty flag. We're going to late hit. Many flags. Now another flag going to be thrown. If a referee had a flag, he threw it. Boy, you could hear that one up here. A dangerous play. MJ Tippins well out of bounds. Now, let's check this. Don't know if we had any shenanigans going on after the out of bounds hit on Cook either. Now, let's watch it because they're talking a lot about this, and just going to kind of have to wait and see if they sort it out. It was head-to-head. You could hear the helmets pop from up here. Definitely hope that MJ Tippins is okay, and he's up and walking around. So, and he was able to get it right away, but, man, that was scary. The white hat going to give us the call here, and just waiting to see if we get some kind of personal foul and ejection. When they start bringing out their notepad, that means somebody's been tossed. Personal foul on Brooks. Personal foul on Cook. I was thinking that we may have a couple. So that is unfortunate for Cook, because Cook was going to get a personal foul in 15 yards, and I had just mentioned to you, I thought that we may see something called on Cook, because after the penalty, after the hard hat, you could see the – okay, hang on a second. Now, they're marking it off on Brooks, and so – all right, I'm a little confused here. So, on offsetting, you usually just run the play over, unless there's something I'm missing here. The white hat has definitely called unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on both teams. He indicated they had offset. Now, Coach Byron Slack is wanting an explanation, but they marked off the 15 yards against Brooks. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what's going on here. The white hat definitely called an unsportsmanlike on both teams. I saw that. He indicated with his arms crisscrossing that they were offset. And I think we're going to get another. Just waiting to see if he kind of gave us an update. He definitely indicated offsetting, but yeah, you can hear Steve Metter, the PA announcer, kind of wondering like I am. He said we had offsetting, but so I don't know. Just now you got Josh McFather, just like Byron Slack, head coach of Cook. You got Josh McFather, the head coach of Brooks, who wants an explanation. Right now, the ball has been moved up after a penalty on what it looked like was an unsportsmanlike called first on Brooks. There was definitely a late hit out of bounds on Brooks after M.J. Tippins had gone out of bounds. But then you saw the referee come in late and throw a penalty on the Cook sidelines, and usually that means that there was some kind of retaliation, like somebody was jawing from Cook, and I think they're about to. I don't know what they're going to do here. I'm not going to speculate. The referee, the head linesman, or the crew chief definitely indicated offsetting penalties. That much I know. But why the ball has been moved up 15 yards against Brook is beyond me. So maybe somebody out there that knows a little bit more about the rules than I do can clear it up for me. Anybody? Anybody at all? Phil Jones with you. ITG next game of the week. Next week we'll be in Thomasville for Thomas County Central and the Thomasville Bulldogs. What a game that's going to be. But right now we've got a dandy brewing here in Adel, baby. Brooks leads it 21-7, but don't think that really means anything right now. Both these teams have been able to move the football, and right now Cook's got it at the Brooks 30, 1st and 10. We're getting late in the first half. Handoff, left side. Man, that Brooks defense, though, is so fast and quick to the ball. And great day. Damarion Washington Jr., who is a junior. Boy, he gets off blocks so quick. That time, it looked like Cook's Nigel Kenny was going to be able to get to the edge, but no, sir. Damarion Washington Jr. had something to say about that. So, goes from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 12. $8:20 to go in the first half. Brooks leads at 21-7. Tippins throws incomplete. Well, that was tough there. Tippins is running to his right, and he's trying to throw the football, but for a lefty, that's tough. You got to square up and try to throw across your body, and you're running to the short end of the field, short side of the field. So there was a lot working against Cook on that call. And kind of as you could see, Cook just ran out of room there, and so it goes for naught. So it's going to be 3rd down, 3rd and 12. 21-7, Brooks leads it. Man, Cook, if they want to do anything, try to stay in this game right here, they need to convert. Let's see. Burris going to step up. Going to be brought down. Oh, that Brooks line, it's got some, boy, that is a big boy there. Who is that? Get the tag number of that big truck. Well, he's a big boy there, right in the middle of that defensive line. Of course, I say boy, young men. They're all boys and young men to me. But that is man there. Great Cameron Cobb. Woo. Boy, that time he put a quick end to that play. So here we go, 4th down. So what was promising for Cook has got 4th. Now got the Hornets 4th and long. I don't know if they're going to get this one off. They do. 4th and long. M.J. Tippins is going to be brought down after trying to run for it. Way short. So the Brooks defense rises up big once again. One of the top defenses. I tell you, we saw a great defense last week in Collins Hill, and we're seeing another good one tonight. and really two good defenses here tonight. But right now and so far, it's Brooks' defense that has the upper hand. So they just went from Cook having 1st and 10 deep in Brooks' territory to having to turn it over on down. So Brooks will take over, and right now Brooks has got the lead. They've got the momentum, and don't forget for Brooks, they've hit on 3 big plays, and I do mean big. 70-yard touchdown run from Chris Cole and back-to-back bombs to George Lamont from 97 yards and 60 yards out. And those throws came from Burris, and they're just dropping back and airing it out. Let's see if they do it again. Going to run it to Cole, going over the 30 to the 31. Give him about 4 or 5 on that first down run.
About 3 yards from the second down 7.
Under 7 minutes to go. Under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Brooks 21, Cook 7. Another run play. Left side.
Third down.
Give him a couple. Going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd and about 5. Needed for the first. 6:22, 6:21, 6:20 to go in the first half. Brooks 21, Cook 7. Big play here. 3rd down. Now they'll move it up and they'll say call 3rd and 4 now. 3rd and 4 instead of 3rd and 5 from the 34. Brooks at their own 34. Burris. Play clock may run out on him, and it does. Was Brooks able to get a timeout?
Yeah, the delay game, I believe. The timeout.
So Brooks just able. No, they are going to call the delay of game. Or will they? Nevertheless, we've got a stoppage in play. It looked like the crew chief was calling a delay of game, but I don't see a flag. Brooks may have gotten a timeout before the play clock ran out. Now there's the official call. So it is a delay of game. So now instead of being 3rd and 4, Brooks is going to be looking at 3rd and 9. So the official call there did come from the crew chief. It is a delay of game. You could see the play clock running out. So they elect to take the delay of game instead of the timeout. So instead of 3rd and 4, 3rd and 9, 5:57 to go in the first half. 21-7. Remember, this thing was 7-0 early in favor of Cook, but Brooks, 3 consecutive unanswered touchdowns. 3rd and 9. Burris now is in the gun. Now it's an empty backfield. 5 receivers. 2 here to the near side, 3 to the far side. Burris down the middle. Complete. Made it look easy. Wow.
Trey Stevens on the catch.
Boy, Brooks is impressive, folks.
First down for the Trojans.
So that is a Stevenson on the catch. Went up and got it. Burris just threw it up there to his big, tall, wide receiver, and not much Cook could do about that. So that's a first down. So 3rd and 9, no problem. Ball now for Brooks up at their own 46. Boy, Burris is a good-looking quarterback. Going to air it long downfield again. Overshoots the receiver. Intended that time. Check the number. Is that Lamons again? Boy, they've got weapons everywhere. Problem is, guys, they scrunch their jerseys roll up on their back, so you don't know if it's an 8 or a 3. I think it's Kamari Brinson. 2nd down and 10, 5:11 to go in the first half. Handoff. Chris Cole, boy, What a great back he is. Fighting for yardage.
Third down.
Takes it up about 3 yards shy of the first. I'm going to call it 3. Gain of 7 on that play. So I'm going to call it 3. 3rd and 3. 3rd down and 3 needed for the first. Phil Jones with you. ITG next game of the week. We're in Adel, baby, for tonight's big matchup between Cook and Brooks. 3rd down. Burris in the gun. Going to hand it to Cole. Why not? 1st down and more. That's what you do with the great ones. Let them get the 2, 3, 4 yards, whatever you need, and Cole did it effortlessly. Chris Cole, one of the best. And he's going to get the 1st down. Lee County, Mike Sorensen tells us Lee County 27-7 over Tift. Late in the first half, Tift came out with that big win to start the season over Griffin. Took a hard, tough loss to Gadsden, Alabama, or was it Gadsden, Florida, last week. And now they trail Lee County. Quick toss, far side, complete. Look out, got the corner out there one-on-one. Going to go for about 9 yards. Pass complete out there to Denzel Brown, senior wideout. Boy, Brooks has just got weapons all over the place. Take your pick. We're under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Under 3 minutes, 2:45 and counting. Brooks 21, Cook 7. The ITG next game of the week. We bring you great games from all over the state. Handoff to Cole. He'll be brought down after a short gain. Give him maybe 2. Bring up 2nd down and 8. So now if you're Josh McFather and Brooks, you may be thinking just run the clock, continue to run Cole, and try to drive it down for a late touchdown. You don't want to give Cook too much time on the clock. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go in the first half. 2nd down. Snap. Well, somebody other than Cole is going to take this one. They're trying to strip it. Brooks, the ball has come out. Check and see who's got it. Check and see what we got. Boy, that was a quick whistle.
Thought we had the ball, but we didn't.
I got to tell you, well, I guess they're going to say his forward progress was stopped. Looked like you could see Cook trying to strip the ball from Caden Cobb, sophomore running back, but they had whistled the play dead. So Brooks will keep possession. Big play here. 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 6. Here we go. 3rd and 6. Big play here. Brooks at the Cook 24. One receiver to either side. Burris going to throw it up there on a fade. Touchdown. They make it look easy.
Touchdown by the Trojans.
Boy, they're just making it look easy right now. Kamari Brinson, I believe. And it's going to come with, I think that's 57 seconds. And guys, don't fault me. The part of the scoreboard is burned out here. But that's a 24-yard pass completion and touchdown for Brooks. And right now they are rolling. 27-7 with the point after attempt coming up. It's good. Right now, late in the first half, it's all Brooks. Cook led this thing 7-0, but Brooks behind a 70-yard touchdown run from Chris Cole, a 97-yard touchdown throw and catch from Burris to, I believe, Lamons, a 60-yard touchdown pass to Lamons, and that time, 24-yard touchdown pass to Brinson. And right now, Brooks is clicking on all cylinders, let me tell you. 28-7 your score late here in the first half. Brooks leads at 28-7. Hey, football fans, are aches and pains slowing you down? Sterling Group Orthopedics is here to help. Our expert physicians group, Sterling Group Orthopedics. Visit sterlingphysiciansgroup.com. That's sterlingphysiciansgroup.com, or you can call them at 891-9581. That's Sterling Group Orthopedics, who, along with Fair and Fair, are sponsoring tonight's game. All right, let me know what you think about tonight's game so far, guys. If you're checking out, I'm going back and forth between YouTube and our Facebook channel, where we're bringing you the game on both of our outlets tonight. Tippins going to throw it, incomplete. He overshot a receiver. Had the safety coming over there, though. Had good protection. Pass intended that time to Malcolm Merritt, but MJ Tippins a little long that time. So going to bring up second down. And again, guys, I apologize. Part of the scoreboard, the clock is burnt out, so I'm just having to kind of guess at the time. Run play for about 5 yards up to the 49. Mazzani, what is that, 132? Is that 1 minute and something or what? Let me look and see. Okay, 119. There we go. I'm looking down here at the other end. Smaller clock. So a big play here. Cook is wanting to try to convert this so they can keep the ball. Run play. First down and more. Look out.
Nice run up the middle. Picked up about 15 yards. Ball's on the 36-yard line for the Hornets.
Gain of 15 yards that time. Nice run play from Merritt. And that's going to give Cook a new set of downs, if nothing else. So here comes Cook now. They want to try to get something before the half. Handoff, short gain as it goes to Kenny. And check the play clock here now. We're 41 seconds left. 41 seconds.
We got a timeout.
And a timeout on the field. Guys, if joint pain is keeping you from your best performance, Sterling Group Orthopedics has you covered. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Dexter Love, Dr. Kurt Starling, and Dr. Frankie Davis provide expert care to get you moving and keep you pain-free. Don't miss a beat. Call Sterling Group Orthopedics today at 229-891-9581 or visit their website, sterlingphysiciansgroup.com.
Hey, we got cone heads down there on the northwest, along with the popcorn from Antioch.
We are making our first trip here to Veterans Stadium, Veterans Memorial Stadium at Cook High School, home of the Hornets. What a beautiful stadium this is, and it's huge for a Class 2A school. I've been hearing about it and just could not believe how big this place is, but it is huge. Probably holds 10,000 people, and it's near capacity for this one tonight. Tippins sacked. Tippins never had a chance. It was a play action. Tippins, as soon as he was able to drop back and get his feet set, he's brought down. So third down and 10 now. Now we're getting late here. 14 seconds left in the half. Cook may just try to let this thing run out to keep Brooks from getting the ball back. 10 seconds to go. Heavy rush. Tippins has dropped the ball. He was able to get back on it, but near disaster for Cook.
Hey, y'all get ready for them
on the last play of the half, but Tippins able to fall back on it to keep Brooks from getting the ball back. However, that's going to do it. We have reached the end of the first half, a game that saw Cook lead early, 7-0. Boy, has this thing turned around. Brooks, 28, Cook, 7 here at the half. We're going to let you enjoy the halftime entertainment from the marching band, first from Brooks County, and then we'll let you enjoy the marching band from Cook High School.
Hey, we got something special for you here tonight. C3.
And again, we want to remind you our halftime entertainment brought to you by Fair and Fair and Sterling Group Orthopedics. Again, this halftime recap very quickly brought to you by Sterling Group Orthopedics and Fair and Fair. I mentioned Cook. They jumped out on top first in this game. Brooks actually had the football, but an early fumble by Cole on the first play of the game gave the ball over to Cook, and then on the very first play, a 24-yard touchdown pass from M.J. Tippins to Carter Morrison from 24 yards out gave Cook the early lead, 6-0. The point after attempt for Brooks Moore was good, and that made it 7-0 Cook. And you're thinking, oh boy, look out. But here comes Brooks County roaring back as they're able to put 4 touchdowns up on the board. 70-yard touchdown run from Chris Cole, even the game at 7-7. That's where we were at the end of the first quarter. And in the second quarter, Brooks comes through with 3 more touchdowns, a 97-yard bomb, and a 60-yard touchdown pass from Burris to Lamons, and then the last play, or the last touchdown, a 24-yard pass.
However, it did not stop her from improving. She traveled all
for Brooks.
throughout the season.
Extra point good gives us our score here at halftime, 28-7 in favor of the Brooks High Trojans.
34-1 record.
All right, we have reached halftime. Again, thanks so much for being with us. Want to know where you're checking out the game from. If you have any scores, we'd love to pass them along. I did see where that Thomas County Central game is pretty close, so keeping an eye on that. I'll tell you real quick, and we'll turn you over to our marching band here in just a minute. I do a pick six every week where I choose 6 of the top games around the state, and I give you my score prediction. I will tell you, I had predicted 35-24 in this one. Of course, we got a long way to go. I had predicted Brooks County would win this one 35-24. We'll wait and see what happens. North Gwinnett at Colquitt. I predicted Colquitt 35-31 over North Gwinnett. Last time I heard, North Gwinnett was leading. Houston County at Perry. That's a big one. I predicted Perry to win it 39-35. Northside, Warner Robins, and Warner Robins. Another big rivalry in the state. I picked Warner Robins to win that one 31-21. Thomasville at Cairo. Thomasville, our number 1 ranked team. I had Thomasville winning that one 35-30 tonight, and then Blessed Trinity at Prince Avenue Christian. Prince Avenue Christian 28-12, my predicted score in that one. We'll see how I wind up as we make our way through the evening and see if we can get an update on those scores and a lot more. Here in Adel, ITG next game of the week sees the Brooks High Trojans leading the Cook High Hornets by a 28-7 score at halftime. All right, we are going to turn it over to our halftime entertainment and let you enjoy the Brooks County High Trojans marching band. Then you'll see the Cook High Hornets marching band. So enjoy the halftime entertainment here at halftime of the ITG Next Game of the Week.
this first home game. You know, we got a few wrinkles to work out. Hey, while we're waiting for them to get set up, we got a good weather report. It's 83 degrees. And the wind is out of, well, there ain't no wind. So I don't know which way it's coming from, but it's 83 degrees. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give these young people a big hand. On behalf of the Brooks County Schools Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Dickie Reed, Principal Dr. Chris Chastain, faculty, staff, and students of Brooks County High, we proudly present the Trojan Halftime Show. Our football team brings that hammer, your band brings the beat. Come on, Trojan fans, get on your feet and welcome to the field the Brooks County High School Empire Sound. The band is under the direction of Director Jordan Giglio, Assistant Director Destiny Pratt, Percussion Director LaGregas Cornell, Auxiliary Coordinator Alan Solomon, and Dance Choreographer Timothy L. Goins. Tonight, the band will feature the 2024 show, which features the music genre of funk, which has originated in African American communities in the mid-1960s when musicians create a rhythmic, danceable new form of music with a hypnotic groove. The opener is by American singer-songwriter Stevie Wonder. Superstition was released in October 1974. Fans, get ready for soulful syncopation. Drum major, Kiera Jetty, and assistant drum major, Jalen Sutton, is your band ready? And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's that little band with a big sound, your Brooks County High School Empire Sound. George Clinton, known as the father of funk, and his band Parliament Funkadelic have recorded some of the best party songs of all time. And their outrageous stage shows have been driving concert audiences wild since the 1960s. Released in April 1976, Give Up the Funk, with its anthemic sing-along chorus, became Parliament's first certified million-selling single, going gold in 1976. This song will feature the Empire Sound drum line. having reached 4.7 billion views. Recorded by British recording producer Mark Ronson and featuring American singer Bruno Mars in 2014, we promise to have you living in the stands with Uptown Funk. Fans, the football team brings that hammer, your band brings the beat. Get on your feet, Trojans. It's 28-7. Thanks Superintendent Dr. Dickie Ring and Principal Dr. Chris Chastain for their support of Brooks County High School band program and all-time honor. Fans, we thank you for your continued support of Brooks County Schools as we pledge to inspire and educate every student.
Okay, you'll have a few minutes. Marching Hornets. Well, I was thinking about it. Marching Hornets, we'd like to thank them for all they do.
sponsors tonight, Sterling Group Orthopedics and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys. All right, guys, if you're watching the game, going to go with you, going to chat with you guys here in the second half. Watching us on the YouTube feed, want to hear from you. I'll be chatting with you, want to talk with you guys, just like Last Chance, who says, I came to see my boy Chris Cole, and Last Chance from Gastonia, North Carolina. Kenneth Love checking in from Thomasville. Louis Carver checking out the game, gives us a score, Fitzgerald 14-7 over Crisp. Shelly Ortiz watching the game, gave us an update earlier. Camden 29-7 over West Broward. Big Mike's Wagon is back for another night of great football here at ITG Next. Big Mike's Wagon, thanks so much for checking out the game. We appreciate you. Scores that we've got to pass along to you. Lowndes leads Central Gwinnett by a bunch. 35-3 was the last score we had. North Gwinnett up on Colquitt 14-3 at the half. And Valdosta with another easy opponent tonight. I think that's 23-0 over Daugherty. Here we are underway. Cook on a return to start the second half. Taking it out to the... So they're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line is where Cook will go on offense to start the third quarter. Again, want to hear where you are checking out the game from. Let us hear from you. Want to talk with you. And let me know if you got a player that you came to watch tonight as we are underway. Run play right up the middle. 4-yard gain. The ball carrier, Nigel Kinney, one of the many sophomores on this Cook High Hornet team, picks up 4 yards on the first offensive play of the night in the second half for Cook. Make it 2nd and 6, just underway. Cook got a long way to get back in this thing. They trail at 28-7. Hand off again to Kenny, and not much doing. Maybe give him the 40, about a yard. So going to bring up third down. It is manageable, but against this Brooks defense, which really showed the speed, the size, and everything that made yours truly predict that they are definitely a state championship favorite, showing it every bit tonight. So 3rd and 4 for Cook. Well, if you're Byron Slack's Hornets, you got to start converting these first. Let's see what happens. Tippins, throw down the middle. Wide receiver open, 20, 15, 10, and that's what I'm talking about.
And we got a touchdown.
59-yard touchdown throw and catch. Oh, Lordy. What a throw. What a catch to A.J. Scott. A.J. Scott. 59-yard touchdown catch. And that brings Cook closer now, 28-13. Boy, I was just saying the Hornets needed something, and they got it on a 3rd down. Point after attempt is up. It's good from Connor Medley, sophomore kicker. And that makes your score now 28-14. Well, if you're Cook, that's how you got to get back in this thing. There is no such thing as a 21-point play. But you also don't get back in it unless you take it 1 touchdown, 1 score at a time. So if you're a Hornet fan, that's what you needed. That's what you got. 28-14 now the score. A lot of time left. We practically have got the entire second half. Now, this is going to be the key, though. If you're a Cook fan, you've got to you got to stop the big plays from Brooks. That really has been the difference in this game. My first look at Junior Burris, for Brooks. And my goodness, what a player. And he's got many playmakers to choose from to distribute the ball to. So let me hear from you guys. If you're watching the game, where are you watching the game from? Let me hear from you. Here's the kick. Going to be taken back there at about the 15, taking it over the 20 to about the 22-yard line. Cook, special teamers flying down there to make the stop. And let's see now if the Hornets can get a stop on defense, or will the Brooks big play offense keep it rolling? Let me hear from you guys watching it on either YouTube or Facebook. You're watching the ITG Next Georgia Game of the Week. We're at a different location around the state every Friday night. Next week, we'll be over in Thomasville to bring you Thomas County Central, defending Class 6A state champions, taking on our number 1 ranked team in Class A Division II. That would be, or Class A Division I, I should say, that would be the Thomasville Bulldogs. So that's going to be a good one next week. Want to invite you to stay with us then and watch that one. Here's Cole. Boy, he really stretches out those off-tackle runs so well. Makes it look so effortless like he did on that one, taking it for about 6 or 7 yards. I mean, he's just got the speed, folks. He takes the handoff. Cook's defense is really in good pursuit, but in the blink of an eye, Cole's got 5-6 yards across the line of scrimmage before Cook defense can really respond. And this is what you want if you're a Brooks fan. You want to just keep on chugging. Boy, look at here. Quarterback keeper Burris proving he can get it done with his feet and his arm. And that time, quarterback keeper just burst right up the middle, and he's got a first down. So 2 plays. Good news if you're a Brooks fan. They've got a new set of downs to work with. 1st and 10 up at their own 38. 28-14. Cook has scored first here in the second half to cut the lead to 14. Burris, another keeper. Brought down this time, though, right away. Tackle made that time by number 3, Kamaje Lewis. All right, so we've got a 2nd down and 10. Brooks, their big play offense, getting it done here tonight. Burris in the gun. He'll take the snap. Wants to throw. Quick toss. Complete. Tackle made right away. But not before. Pass complete to Denzel Brown. Making the tackle right away. Harrison Carnine. All these fans, both sides, on their feet, making some noise. Because at this point, every play is big, especially if it's a 3rd down conversion. Why? Well, if you're Brooks, you want to hang on to the football and preserve the lead. Cook, you want to try to get a turnover here. Let's see what happens. 3rd down. There's a fumble. And Chris Cole is going to turn it into something big. Oh, my goodness. That's what the great ones do, don't they? Chris Cole, it was a fumbled snap exchange between Burris and Cole. But Cole, again, just with that great speed, folks, he picked it up, and he just took it 55 yards for the score. Are you kidding me? I just got out of my mouth about this big play offense, and they do it again even when it's a busted play. Incredible. A 3rd down busted play. It looked like it was going to be a fumble, and you're thinking, let's just get back on it if you're Brooks. And they didn't just get back on it. Chris Cole picked it up and turned his speed on around the near edge, and he took it for 55 yards. That's what the great ones do. They make something out of nothing, and that's what Cole just did. 55-yard touchdown, and that answers the last big score from Cook. And now Brooks retakes the 3-touchdown lead. It's 35-14 Trojans. Still plenty of time left, though. 7:54 to go in the third quarter. You ready to tackle knee pain? Dr. Frankie Davis at Sterling Group Orthopedics brings you the latest in knee replacements with the Mako surgical robot. Experience precision surgery and quicker recovery times with top-notch care from Dr. Davis. Don't let knee issues hold you back. Call Sterling Group Orthopedics today at 229-891-9581 or visit sterlingphysiciansgroup.com. AC/DC's TNT playing in the background, and boy, just that's kind of what Brooks' offense reminds you of, is dynamite. Great day. Here's the kick. Short kick. Taken up at the 22. 30, 35. And going to be brought down about the 37, 38-yard line, so we're going to knock him out of bounds. So Cook really starting with good offensive field position again. They've been really starting in good position all night long. Mike Sorensen gives us an update. Lee County 41-7 over Tift. Michael Ward says, Chris Cole has reminded me of another Chris Cole I know. Yep, you're hearing a lot of comparisons about that, Mike, for sure. And, of course, I've made those comparisons a couple of different times tonight. Tippins on the edge. Look out. 50, 45, 40. Knocked out of bounds. Inside the 40-yard line. MJ Tippins is going to try to wheel his team back to it. However, we've got a penalty flag back here in the Cook offensive backfield, and you're probably going to get a hold. Let's wait and see. That's exactly what the crew chief has just indicated. So we've got a hold on Cook, and that's going to negate the big play from MJ Tippins. He's a playmaker himself, isn't he? Let me know where you're watching the game from, guys. Thanks so much for being with us tonight on the ITG Next Game of the Week. Michael Ward, I just mentioned, says go Trojans. Teresa Hester says go Trojans. Mike Sorensen gives us an update. I just mentioned that Lee County game. He just tells us that Usmani Crow-Ma on the first Lee County possession of the second half took it for 67 yards. Yeah, he's another big play back. Guys, can y'all imagine if Chris Cole and Usmani Crow-Ma were on the field on the same night? Great day. Two big-time playmakers there. All right, so after the penalty, Cook's 1st and 18, nothing doing on the run play. They're going to lose yards. That was number 10, Nigel Kinney, the sophomore. He's been getting a lot of work tonight for Cook. The Alabama High School Association, Athletic Association watching tonight. Thanks so much, guys, for checking out our game. Evan Reese giving us an update on Roswell and Walton. Evan is a regular on our weekly. Let's see what we're going to get here. Let's see what the call is going to be. Still waiting on the call. Looks like they're sorting it out over there. If you're checking out the game, guys, let me know where you're watching it from.
Well, we had offsetting penalties.
So it looks like we've got offsetting penalties. And the call, hold on Cook. Pass interference on Brooks. So offsetting penalties, and we're going to replay it. So we're going to replay the down here. All right, so second down, 21 for Cook. 3 receivers near side, 1 on the far side. Tippins going to step up in the pocket, and he'll be brought down right away after a short gain, about 3 yards on the carry. Tippins, looked like Tippins wanted to unleash it long, but didn't have anything downfield, so he just turned it up and got what he could. Brian Spray watching from Woodbury, Georgia. What's up, Brian? If you're watching the game tonight, wherever you're checking out the game from, let me know. Let me know if you got somebody on the field that you're rooting for, be it a player or a team. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Tippins throws into triple coverage, and it's intercepted. Boy, you could see that one really brewing there. Just Tippins threw it into a host of, there were 3 white shirts down there. And it's intercepted. So what we thought was a turnover a couple of plays ago was reversed on the going to stand. So it's a turnover. And right now, Brooks has got a chance to really put a dagger in this one. They already lead it 35-14. 5:44 left to go in the third quarter. And another touchdown from Brooks could put this one away. We'll see, though, if the Cook defense can stand up tall. But we'll have to do that after this play because we've got a timeout taken on the field. That'll give us a chance to tell you and remind you that Fair and Fair wants to remind you it's Friday night. It's where student athletes compete with everything on the line, chasing greatness and forging unbreakable bonds. It's where entire communities unite under the lights to witness passion, pride, and moments that will be etched in their memories forever. It's football. It's high school football, and there's no tradition quite like it. Just like the Yellow Jackets. Here we go. Coming out of the timeout now. Brooks has got it, 1st and 10. They've got the momentum. They got the lead. They got pretty much everything in their corner right now, and they've got a first down run from Chris Cole for about 4 yards, maybe 5, depending on the spot. Carrollton Rome going on tonight. Carrollton leading that one. Pass out there on the far edge complete, and Brooks going to take it for another first down. And right now, Brooks looks like they're in control of this one completely. So right now, Brooks with a 35-14 lead, 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go. And they've got the lead, and they're trying to add to it. Obadiah Farley tells us Thomas County Central 28-21 on Florida High School. There's that man again. Cole. Chris Cole showing flashes of his dad, Chris Cole Sr. Don't forget, guys, if you love high school football, and of course you do, we all do, be sure to check out Extra Point with yours truly. I host the show along with Mazzani Matthews, who is on the video tonight. We come to you at 5 o'clock. Show's an hour and a half long, and we talk about high school football, what's happening this weekend. We'll bring you up to speed on all the games, or as many games as we can. And we'll chat with you during the podcast. Check your messages. You can chat with us. We'll talk with you. That's Mondays, 5 o'clock, every Monday. Extra Point with Phil Jones and Mazzani Matthews with me. Throw to the end zone. And it's intercepted. So there's an interception from Ryan Thompson, senior defensive back. That's a big play. Hey, Cook says, we're not going away just yet. So an interception keeps Cook alive. Burris may have underthrown that one a little bit, but listen, he's been hitting big play after big play tonight. That one a little bit underthrown, but give number 7, the defensive back, Ryan Thompson, credit. He came away with the interception. Now, can Cook High School, though, answer with a score, because they're down 35-14, 4:09 left to go in the third quarter, so Cook has got to score, and they got to score quick. MJ Tippins hands it off right up the middle, and there's nothing there except a host of white shirts with red numerals. Josh McFather taking over the Brooks High Trojans football team this year for the first time as the head football coach. Good man, good coach. He's going to go. He's going to go a long way with this team. Got a great squad. Well, you look at this team and you wonder what happened in that Thomasville game that they lost 35-12. They've really come back tonight strong. Screen pass. Look out. Got some run room. Driven out of bounds by Brooks County's Trey Stevenson Jr., but not before. It's a first down for Cook. That's a good play. We got a Brooks County player down. Boy, you hate to see that one, too. That's big Demarion Washington. I don't know if it's a cramp. Let's hope it is. And I think it is. They're trying to stretch him out. Hey, football fans, are aches and pains slowing you down? Sterling Group Orthopedics is here to help. Our expert team delivers top-tier care, and they can take care of your pains and injuries. Stay active and enjoy every play. For personal treatment, personalized treatment, rapid recovery, call Sterling Group Orthopedics at 229-891-9581. You can also visit sterlingphysiciansgroup.com. Get the support you need to stay strong and cheer your favorite team to victory this season. That's Sterling Group Orthopedics sponsoring tonight's game, along with our friends at Farrah and Farrah. Farrah and Farrah proudly supporting high school football and the student athletes that play the game. And just like the athletes on the field here tonight, Farrah and Farrah puts it on the line every day for their clients. If you want to find out more about how Farrah and Farrah can help you, go to farrahandfarrah.com today to find out the Georgia office closest to you. That's Farrah and Farrah, personal injury attorneys. All right, guys, I want to remind you again, we got some great games coming to you. Thomas County Central and Thomasville is the ITG next game of the week next week. After that, we go over to Brooks County. That'll be on September the 13th. We'll be showing you these Brooks High Trojans again as Fitzgerald comes to town. We'll be coming to you from Quitman in that one. Week 6 takes us back up to the Atlanta area for Wheeler at Marietta. Week 7, we bring you the team that a lot of people are talking about as a team to watch in Region 1-6A this year. And that is Tift County at Richmond Hill. Collins Hill at Buford, week 8. We were at Collins Hill last week. Well, they had a big win over Woodward Academy. Milton at Gainesville is our week 9 game. Well, you don't think that's going to be a big one? Perry at Benedictine in week 11. Oh, I jumped over week 10. Thomas County Central at Northside Warner Robins is our week 10 game. So you can see, guys, we got some big-time games. Part of our ITG Next Georgia Game of the Week 2024 slate. So bringing you the greatest in high school football. And listen, people can sit in the stands with their phone, but we're bringing you great games, different games from around the state every week. The variety is unlike anyone else can give you. Just had an update from Obadiah Farley gets us to Thomas County Central 35-21 over Florida High School. Mike Sorensen, Lee County 48-7 over Tiff. No surprise there. That's a bad snap. It's a fumble or something, and Brooks is going to pick it up. I don't know what happened on that play.
Oh, we got a mess right here.
The PA announcer for Cook says, well, we got a mess right here. Okay, the ball was fumbled, and then it was kicked, I think. But nevertheless, it's a disaster. It's a disaster for Cook. And right now, the wheels are coming off for the Hornets as Brooks will take over 1st and 10 inside the Cook 5. And right now, Brooks County is about a play or two away from putting this thing away. Jackson Strong says, smart man, Phil, follow the state champs. Listen, wanting to bring you great football, and when, we go to these games of the teams we just named, it's definitely great football, and that's what we aspire to bring you guys, whether it's Cook, Brooks, Milton, Gainesville, Buford, Collins Hill, whomever. Thomas County Central bringing you the best in high school football like no one else. ITG Next Georgia. We got a good one here tonight, but right now Brooks knocking on the door of another score. Burris asks a man to come in motion. Burris going to roll right, looking, throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Burris really didn't have anybody over there, so he wisely threw it away. Going to bring up 2nd down, goal to go for the Brooks High Trojans, who right now seem to be comfortably in front. They have made big play after big play tonight, and really mostly on offense, but also making big plays on defense. They lead it 35-14. 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and goal from the 4. Cole going to get it. Cole to the 1.
Cole up right there at 1 yard line.
Remember I did a story on Chris Cole, I think it was 2 years ago.
Hey, it's 3rd down.
And the coach then, Coach Freeman, said, Chris Cole is not there yet, but he basically was talking about his development and how he was trying to develop into the type of back his dad was. And I think 2 years later now, as we look at that story then and where Chris Cole is now, safe to say that he has arrived. Well, this was a crazy situation. You had a Brooks player running on late. And it looks like he may have fallen. We're going to get a penalty flag, and that's going to be probably a false start call. Now, Brooks has also taken a timeout. We'll try to sort this one out for you here in just a second. Want to remind you, though, guys, that you can score big with Dr. Frankie Davis at Sterling Group Orthopedics. Sterling Group Orthopedics specializes in advanced knee replacements. Dr. Davis uses the Mako surgical robot for precise, efficient surgeries and faster recovery times. Get back to your active life with confidence. Choose Dr. Davis and the Mako surgical robot for top-notch knee care. How about that? Using robot technology, and it's where we are here and with medical care, the best in the world, right here in the South Georgia area with Sterling Group Orthopedics. You can call them 229-891-9581 or visit sterlingphysiciangroup.com today. That's sterlingphysiciangroup.com. All right, here we go now. Third down. So there was a penalty flag thrown, but no penalty. I guess they picked it up. So no penalty, but coming out of the timeout, it's 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. And you got to think with Cole, you're going to get this easily. But no, they're going to go into the Wildcat. And a direct snap to Trey Stevenson Jr. did not give it to Chris Cole. Instead, it was a Wildcat formation. Direct snap went to Trey Stevenson Jr. And, man, he got stood up at the line of scrimmage. So here we go. It's going to be 4th and goal to go. And Brooks County, they're going to go for it, I'm sure. You've got the lead. You've got the momentum. You got everything going for you, right? Got everything in your corner. So Josh McFather says we're going to go for it. And now McFather just sprinted down that far sideline. Saw something he did not like and says, hey, I need a timeout. Well, you can see McFather just sprinting down that far sideline. I'll have to ask him about that. One of the best things, guys, that we're so proud of, we have a great relationship with all these coaches around the state of Georgia. And anytime I have a question about a team and things that they're doing, and, hey, pick up the phone, call them. Great relationships we enjoy with coaches all around the state. So nobody going to give you better insight with high school football and what's going on with Georgia high school football than us here at ITG Next Georgia, and we are proud of that. Mike Sorensen, North Gwinnett, 14, Colquitt County 3 in the 4th. Coffee leads Columbia 17-13. Jackson Strong says, okay, we were missing 21 Chris Cole against Thomasville. Well, yeah, that was, that explains that. Lowndes all over Central Gwinnett. Roger Elam giving us an update. Lincoln County 49-8 over McCormick. All right, coming out of the timeout. 4th and goal from the 1. You got to think this is automatic with Cole, don't you? They're going to go into the Wildcat, though, again with Stevenson. He's going to turn, going to throw, got a man wide open for a touchdown. Great play call that time. Stevenson did a 360, turned around, rolled, and he threw it up and wide open. Touchdown catch. To number 8, George Lamons Jr. Playmakers all over the field. So Brooks will convert on a 4th and goal from the 1, but they didn't do it on a run play. They did a little bit of trickery out of the Wildcat. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. And as the Brooks County Trojan marching band roars across the way, Brooks County increases their lead now to 42-14. All Brooks County since way back early in this game when Cook actually led 7-0. But since that opening touchdown from Cook on their first play of the game, Brooks has outscored the Hornets 42-7. And we are 42-14. All Brooks at this conjuncture of the game. All right, this junction of the game, I should say, with 1:41 left to go in the third quarter. It's the ITG Next Game of the Week. Brought to you again by our friends at Farrah and Sterling Group Orthopedics. Here we go. And just as the kick was made, we have a penalty flag. Probably going to get offsides on Brooks. You got to figure that was probably a Brooks player that was over the line of scrimmage when the kicker kicked it. Mike Sorensen, what's up, buddy? Thanks so much for these scores that you're giving me. I do appreciate that. Let me know where you're watching the game from, guys. Let's have a little fun. Tell me, where are you watching it from? Are you in Quitman? You in Adel? Are you in Georgia? Last week, folks, we had people checking in from all over the United States. It was a beautiful thing. That was the Collins Hill Woodward Academy game that we brought y'all. All right. So Brooks County going to redo it now. They'll kick it away from 5 yards deeper. Cook still has time, but they've got to start scoring, and they got to start scoring in a hurry. Line drive kick. This one's going to go out of bounds.
Ball goes out of bounds.
So Cook is going to start with good field position after the kick sails out of bounds. Guys, be sure to check out our weekly rankings. Yours truly ranks the top 10 teams in every classification. You can check it out at any of our social media sites here at ITG Next Georgia. We are also part of the statewide composite poll that is handled by the AJC. ITG Next, our weekly rankings are put together with the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Score Atlanta, 680 The Fans, Max Preps, and the Maxwell rankings. And together we bring you the composite rankings. So you can kind of see where we stack up with the other big media outlets across the state. Our first year being asked to submit our rankings as part of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution's composite rankings. And we thank our friends at AJC, Todd Holcomb, and the guys asking us and inviting us to be a part of that. It is quite an honor. Guys, I want to also remind you to subscribe to our weekly newsletter. It actually comes out twice a week. Twice weekly newsletter, chock full of rankings. Yours truly makes our picks, Phil's Pick 6. This game part of the Pick 6. So another kick is going to go out of bounds right now. The Brooks kicker is having quite a problem here trying to get this one kicked. I'm trying to see the numbers are hard to read for Brooks. That's number 28, who there's not even a name on my roster for 28. But I can promise you, Coach McFather is not happy. That's another kick that has gone out of bounds. Brooks is having a tough time here trying to get this one kicked, and every time the kick goes out of bounds, they're backed up 5 yards. Now they're going to be backed up to their 30-yard line. So Cook should get pretty good field position out of this. I think the Brooks special teamers are going to walk up to their kicker and say, look, just kick it straight, brother. And now they're going to back him up to the 25-yard line. The deepest Cook return man is at the 35. Now, let's see if he'll cook this one straight and keep this one in the field of play. Let's see. Here we go. Straight down the middle. It's a pretty good kick, too, to the 30, 35, 40, 45. 50, still on his feet across the 50, across the 45 to about the 43. And so, that's the thing that your kickoffs, if you keep getting backed up, you're giving the other team a chance to make something happen, and that's exactly what's happened here. Now let's see if Cook can do anything with it, though, as the Cook High Hornets are going to have the ball on the Brooks side of the 50 at the Brooks 44-yard line. But Hornets trail it by a bunch, 42-14 your score, late in the third quarter with 1:33 left to go in the third quarter, and Cook's trailing it by a lot. Now, will Cook's trying to start putting this thing up? Option play. MJ Tippins. Just a quarterback keeper all the way. You can call it an option play, but he had no intention of pitching that one. It was just a keeper coming around the right end. And he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. Makes it 2nd and 5. Knocked out of bounds. We just heard over the PA that Lee leads Tift County by a bunch. Guys, I've been expecting this 2024 high school football season across Georgia to be the most exciting we have ever seen. All these schedules are so tough. Here's another keeper by Tippins. Taking it to the 36-yard line. Going to be a couple of yards short of the first down. Stephen Tate tells us that coffee has gone up 24-13 on Columbia County. That's Lake City, Florida. Stephen Tate, thank you so much for that. Wherever you're watching the game, let me hear from you guys. And if you have any scores, love to hear that. Big third down play here, 3rd and 3 for Cook. Handoff up the middle. Not going to get there. So now if you're Cook, what are you going to do here? Coach Byron Slack. Going to go for it. Cook going to go for it on 4th and 3. Didn't get anything on that last play. So let's see what happens here. Tippins trying to draw him off sides. Now Tippins looks over at the sidelines. He gets the call. Still a lot of time left on the play clock. 4th down. Hands it off. Going to be short of the first down. Going to be a turnover on downs. The handoff went to Nigel Kenny. It looked like he had an opening. He was able to get a couple of yards, but he's going to come up about a yard short of the first down. So we've got a turnover on downs. And once again, the Brooks County defense has held. And Cook is in jeopardy of falling for the first time here in the 2024 season, unless they can make a miraculous comeback in this 4th and final quarter. The Cook High cheerleaders are doing their acrobatics over on the far south end of the stadium. Ah, the beauty of youth. It's where they run out on the field and do these cartwheels. No, not cartwheels, just the flipping. Feet over head, head over feet. Amazing to watch them do that. It's also been amazing to watch Chris Cole and Junior Burris and company tonight for the Brooks County Trojans. They have really looked good here tonight in Cook. There's another bomb. Incomplete. Brooks wanting a flag, and I don't think they're going to get it. Incomplete. It was actually a pretty good defense down there. From number 12 from Cook, that's Malcolm Merritt. Good defense that time by Merritt. Stephen Tate now giving us an update. Coffee 30-13 over Lake City. Jimmy Lee Young give us an update on Worth and Dooley. Jimmy, thank you so much for that. 46-3 Worth County over Dooley County. Thomas Dukes is watching tonight from Orlando, Florida. He says, go Brooks County. Barry Van wants to know what's the Fitzgerald Crisp score. If anybody's got that one, pass it along. Thomas Dukes, by the way, who's watching from Orlando, said it's Bowden 30-7 over Bremen. Obadiah Farley gives us an update on Thomas County Central, where we're going to be next week. Thomas County Central, Thomasville, next week's ITG Nets Game of the Week. Obadiah Farley, who was Thomas County Central's #1 fan, as anointed by yours truly, tells us Thomas County Central up 35-21 on Florida High School. And Florida High School said, hey, we're coming for you, Thomas County Central. I just remember thinking that is not a wise thing to be telling Central. There's another long bomb, incomplete. There we saw Burris and Worth, and they're going to call, I think, a pass interference call on this one. Has some contact down there on that one. Junior Burris, I got to be honest with you. I hadn't really heard a lot about Burris, but that's going to change after tonight. There's a lot of things going to change after tonight. That young man has got a rocket arm. And it is apparent that Brooks and Burris and Coach Josh McFather and George Lamons Jr. and Kamari Brinson, it's just weapon after weapon after weapon. A lot of big plays here tonight from this Brooks offense. Boy, they're not afraid to just drop back and sling it long. You can bet opposing teams will be watching this film and they'll be getting ready for that. Snap to Burris. Looks like he's want to throw another one. Going to be sacked.
We had a whole host of horns in there.
And let's see what we got. Do we have a timeout?
Nelson and Jones.
Timeout. We do have a timeout. A timeout taken by Brooks. Kind of odd. With 5 seconds to go in the third, Brooks is going to take a timeout. That might have been their last timeout. I'll check and see. But a timeout taken on the field with your score, Brooks 42, Cook 14. Guys, I want to remind you about our friends at Sterling Group Orthopedics, who ask you, football fans, are aches and pains slowing you down? Sterling Group Orthopedics is here to help. Our expert team delivers top-tier care, and they can offer you top-tier care to help you stay active and enjoy every play this season. For personalized treatment, rapid recovery, call Sterling Group Orthopedics at 229-891-9581. You can also visit their website at sterlingphysiciansgroup.com. Get the support you need to stay strong and cheer your favorite team to victory this season. That's Sterling Group Orthopedics.
Downs is winning 46-3, I believe.
All right, we're coming out of the timeout now. Also, big thanks to our second sponsor, our other sponsor, Fair and Farah. So we're here in North Gwinnett has defeated Colquitt tonight 14-3. A rebuilding year for sure from the Pack. That is a little surprising though. Snap to Burris. Going to throw another bomb. Complete. Cook just hanging on here trying to bring him down. Another bomb. We've seen a bunch of them tonight. And, boy, that's another big throw to Denzel Brown. And right now, as the third quarter horn sounds, it is all Brooks County with your score. Trojans 42, Hornets 14 as we get ready to go to quarter number 4. It's Friday night where student athletes compete with everything on the line, chasing greatness and forging unbreakable bonds. It's where entire communities unite under the lights to witness passion, pride, and moments that will be etched in their memories forever. It's football, it's high school football, and there's no tradition quite like it. And just like these athletes on the field, Farrah & Farrah puts it on the line every day for their clients. It's why Farrah & Farrah proudly supports high school football. Go to farrahandfarrah.com to find the Georgia office of Farrah & Farrah closest to you. That's farrahandfarrah.com. Visit it today. 42 Brooks, 14 Cook as we get ready for quarter number 4. Also want to remind you guys, you can hear my weekly conversation with Colquitt County head football coach Sean Calhoun, the Colquitt County Coaches Show. And you can also check out my weekly conversation with the Gainesville Red Elephants head football coach Josh Niblett. And I give you the weekly Buford Wolves football update. The Buford football update and the weekly Gainesville Coaches Show with Josh Niblett, brought to you by our friends at Northeast Georgia Physicians Group. Our weekly Coaches Show with myself and Sean Calhoun is brought to you by Dr. Kevin Collins and the Houston Clinic. That's every week. Updates on Colquitt County football, Gainesville football, and Buford football. All right, here we go. Ready to start the fourth quarter. Brooks 1st and 10 at the Cook 16-yard line. Burris drops it, but picks it up and takes it inside the 10-yard line. It's been that kind of night for Brooks. Just when it looks like that they're going to have something bad happen, they take and turn it into something good. And now you're looking at Brooks County with 2nd down and 3 after the 7-yard gain. The ball spotted at the 9-yard line.
Down 3 to go.
Brooks is leading, and they're knocking on the door for more. Jet sweep. Tackle made immediately, however, on Denzel Brown.
Morrison in on the tackle. And the law will be 3rd
Tackle was made by Carter Morrison, who actually scored the first touchdown of the night for Cook. Man, that seems like so long ago, doesn't it? This game was 7-0 early in favor of Cook. Since then, however, it's been all Brooks. Snap to Burris, who's going to roll. Look. Slips out of one tackle. Can't get away from another black shirt. And Burris going to get the help up. What a quarterback he is. Truthfully, both these quarterbacks are pretty good. MJ Tippins for Cook. Okay, so 4th down. Brooks is going to go for a field goal here. The hold's going to come at about the 19. So we're looking at, if they go for it, 29-yard field goal. Let's see where the hold is. Nope, they're going to back it up. The hold will come at the 21. 31-yard field goal attempt. Burris will hold. 31-yard field goal, Burris to hold. Here's the snap, the hold. The kick is not made. No kick. Let's see what we got. It's Rafael Mojica, junior place kicker, who's going to try to boot this one through. Not sure what we had there. Well, we had a penalty on Cook, offside. So you go from 4th and 7 to 4th and 2. Now, is Brooks going to take the team off and go for it? Doesn't look like it. Going to move it up 5, though. So now you're looking at a 26-yard field goal attempt with the hold coming at the 16. Burris to hold, Mojica to try it from 26 yards away. Here's the snap, the hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. He could have made that one from 36. But it's good. And that will increase the Brooks County lead now to 45-14. Brooks County completely in control here. The field goal will come right here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. 9:59 still to go in the game. So our first game of the year took us to Lee County. We brought you a good one there. Lee County defeated Warner Robins week 1 of our ITG Nets game of the week. I mentioned last week we were up in Atlanta, saw a good one with Collins Hill knocking off Woodward Academy. And tonight, game 3 lineup sees Brooks running away with it here in Adel. By the way, our first trip here to the new Cook High Stadium, and what a beautiful place this is. Just gorgeous. And what was absolutely sweltering earlier has actually turned into a nice evening with a nice breeze coming out of the west. Short return by Cook High School's Michael Calloway, the senior. And he's brought down after a short return. And we're going to see Cook go back on offense, trailing it by a bunch. 45-14 is your score. 9:49 still left to go in the football game. Got any scores, pass them along to you. I mentioned earlier our pick 6, my pick 6. I had actually Colquitt defeating North Gwinnett. That's not going to happen. Anybody got anything on Houston County and Perry? Are they playing that one tonight? How about Northside, Warner Robins, and Warner Robins? I'll take any scores you can give me from around the state. MJ Tippins, quick toss, complete.
Callaway on reception. Picked up about 8 yards.
Callaway makes the catch, trying to spin out of a couple of tackles. Not going to be able to do it. They're going to bring him down at the 35-yard line. Going to bring up second down and about 2 needed for the first. Let me know if you're watching the game, guys, and where you're watching it from. My buddy Stephen K. Wynn tells us Lee County 55-7 over Tiff. Stephen K. Wynn, sort of employee by extension for ITG next. Tippin's going to air this one out. Oh, just a little too far.
Incomplete.
Ball just off the fingertips of the intended receiver. I thought Malcolm Merritt was going to be able to run under that one. Guys, let me tell you something. This Cook High team is very young. I mentioned it at the onset of the broadcast, and I'm not making excuses, okay, because they're talented, and they come into this game 2-0. They beat a good Bainbridge team last week. But they are young. And I would say 2/3 of the roster is sophomores, which means despite what happens tonight or next week or the rest of the season, the future is bright if you are a Cook High Hornets fan. I mean, I mentioned, so many of these players that are making plays for Cook are sophomores. The quarterback, MJ Tippins, is a junior. So he'll be back. So, again, a lot of hope if you are a Cook Hornets fan. Not many seniors, and that can be a good thing and kind of a bad thing. Tippins throws. Incomplete. Trying to thread the needle on that one. That was a tight window. Tried to get it in there, and no luck. So it's going to be incomplete. Going to stop the clock. 2nd and 10 now. Ball at the Hornets 44. Their own 44-yard line. Thomas County Central now 49-28 on Florida High School. Thomas County Central, as I had predicted, kind of running away with that. And Tippins on the quarterback keeper, going here to the edge, knocked out of bounds over the 50.
MJ on the keeper.
And right now they're just using the speed and quickness of quarterback MJ Tippins, trying to get him on the edge, and they did just that time. And he's going to get closer to the first down. Not close, but closer. As they're going to spot the ball right at the 50. Ball sits right at midfield. Got to get it to the 46 for a first. So you can do the math on that, right? 3rd and 4 from the 50. 8:51 to go in the game. Brooks County is in control here, but Cook would like to score. We'll see if they can do that. 3rd down from the 50. And what do we got? Penalty flag. Dead ball. Delay a game.
Delay game.
Well, delay of game, that's going to cost them 5 yards. That's a costly penalty. So now you go from a very manageable 3rd down situation to 3rd and 9. That's going to be a little tougher. Middle screen complete. Man, there was a lot of traffic in there. Tippins was able to get it to his receiver, but just too much traffic to make anything happen, and he couldn't get away from the white shirts. A.J. Scott, sophomore, on the catch. Gets it up to the 45. So here's Brooks Moore, the state's best punter. And just watch this young man here. Boom. Way up in the Cook sky. And look at there, guys. Wow. You see what I mean, guys? Brooks Moore put that ball up, kicked it 60 yards in the air. The ball hits at about the 5-yard line. Normally, when you got that much charge behind the ball kicked that far, it's just going to keep rolling to the end zone. But the gentleman, the young man, is so crafty with the way he punts it. He kicks it to where, no, it kicks sideways instead of going into the end zone for a touchback. So the ball rolls sideways, and it rolls dead at the 5-yard line. That's why Brooks Moore is the best punter in the game. So Obadiah Farley has given us an update on Thomasville, who lead 28-21. That's over at Cairo. Nick Smith tells us that John Millage getting throttled by Tiff Daria. Indeed, Nick, how the king has fallen. Wow. John Millage got beat by somebody last week. I'm trying to remember who it was. That was just shocking to me. John Millage, in case you guys don't know, but John Millage just dominated the GISA until last year's state championship game, and that's when Valwood absolutely hammered John Millage. Brad Wells' Valiants put an end to that, and it looks like the offseason did nothing to stop the downward spiral of John Millage as they're getting beat tonight. 32-14, says Nick Smith at the half, and that's by Tiff Daria. So last year it was Valwood that put an end to the John Millage streak, and I don't know how many state championships they had won in a row. It was a bunch. They had won a bunch of games in a row, and all that came to an end last year. So looks like, as they say, all good things must come to an end, and it looks like the long-time reign of John Millage may be coming to an end at GISA. I mentioned earlier Thomasville leading 28-21 over Cairo. That's in the 4th. I don't know how much time's left in that. Short gain this time. By the way, we had a penalty on Brooks, so that's going to keep them pinned deep in their own territory. It's all academic at this point as Brooks is comfortably in front. The Trojans lead it 45-14, just under 7 minutes to go in the game. Next week, Thomas County Central, Thomasville. We're going to have it for you right here. ITG next Georgia game of the week. Handoff. Left side, just able to get out of the end zone. As we're seeing some of the younger guys getting the ball. Prince McGee, junior running back, gets the carry. I think that was third down. It was. So we're going to see Brooks County punt the ball from deep in their own end zone. So, look, here's a chance for Cook to make something happen here. Will Byron Slack bring the house and try to block this kick? Either way, Cook should get something good out of this. The punt, the Brooks punter is going to be standing as far back as he can go. Let's see if Cook can get to this one. They're going to run out of time. So it's a delay of game, and I don't know how much farther you can back them up. They're at the 1, so you got to bring them back half the distance, and guys, there's just nowhere to push the football back. So they were already about as deep as you can go. Now the punter, he's just like, hey, I have nowhere to go. A great chance for Cook, though, here. Let's see if they can block this one. Here's the punt. Not able to get to it. Actually, not a bad job. I think the Cook player had called for a fair catch. He got leveled anyway. That's why you make the fair catch. And, boy, Josh McFather is hot. Those kind of plays there in a tight game can cost you. I know you want to be physical. I know you want to be excited to get down there and make a play, but that's why the fair catch is enforced, so the player can make the catch unabated, as they say. So now Cook was going to have good starting field position as it was. Now they'll add 15 yards on the personal foul.
After the unsportsmanlike or interference, whatever they call it.
It was unsportsmanlike, Steve. All right, anyway. Steve Metters, the PA announcer here at Cook, longtime chaplain, team chaplain for the Hornets. Good man. He is the PA announcer here. All right, so here's Cook now. We're late in the game. Cook trying to make something happen here. Handoff right up the middle. We'll check the number here. I think it's Kenny. It is. Number 10, Nigel Kenny, sophomore, getting the carry as he goes galloping for about a 2-yard gain. 5:26, 5:25, 5:24. Clock continues to move. That's in the game. Time remaining here in the fourth. Many of the Cook faithful starting to file out. This place was packed at kickoff, both sides. And this is a big stadium. Good to see the Cook community come out to support their Hornets. They've got a beautiful stadium here to call home. Wow, it is gorgeous. It is huge. To fill this baby up takes a lot of fans. Great support. Byron Slack, one of the top coaches in the state of Georgia. He's one of the top compensated coaches in the state. List of the top 10 highest paid coaches in the state of Georgia just released this past week. And you know what? Deservedly so. Byron Slack is coming here and has had a couple of good years, 11-3 last year. Pass complete. No, it's intercepted. Intercepted. I thought it was complete. We have an interception. Intercepted by number 1, Trey Stevenson. What a game that young man has had. Wow. Coffee now running away with it, 40-13. Coffee 40-13 over Columbia. That's Columbia County, Lake City. Obadiah Farley says pick 6 for 99 yards. Obadiah, who was that? give me that player so we can add him to our top performers list. That's another thing, guys, that I do is for our weekly newsletter. I will pick the top 10 performers as submitted to me, mostly by coaches from around the state. But if you know of a top performer tonight, got to have his performance, that's number of carries, number of yards, and I need that to be official, or as close to official as you can get. Short handoff this time, couple of yard gain. Last couple of weeks, we really have had some really good performances that have made our top 10 list. That's offensive performers, defensive performers, special team performers. I take the top 10 top performers of the week, and you'll see them every week at ITG Next. Listen to the cook, drum major down there. She's she's barking out what the band is supposed to play, and she says, no, wait a minute. Nope, just kidding. You got to love it. It's the whole spirit of high school football. It's the band. It's the fans. It's the grill, the smoke of the hamburger grill, which has been smoking all night long. What a great stadium. I know I keep saying that. I know you guys get tired of me saying that. You got our first visit here. You got to see a game here, guys. That's all I'm going to tell you. Beautiful jumbotron. Just an incredible place to watch game. I'm trying to remember where the old stadium was. We're getting late here. First down and 10 for Brooks. 2 minutes, 9 seconds left. It's all academic at this point. Brooks is going to pick up their first one of the year, and boy, they're going to do it in convincing fashion, aren't they? Brooks started off with a 35-12 loss to Thomasville, but they have come back strong here tonight. And Brooks is going to even their record at 1-1. Cook is going to take their first loss of the year tonight. Cook is going to go to 2-1 on the season. Here's the snap. Getting a lot of the younger guys in there now for Brooks, but boy, they're still yearning and churning down there.
Picked up about 5 yards.
Obadiah Farley tells us that Thomasville and Cairo are tied 28-28 with about a minute left. Can you imagine what's going to happen if David Coleman's Cairo syrup makers knock off Thomasville, guys? Do you understand how huge that would be? Wow. Bad snap. It's rolling along the ground. And Brooks County going to fall back on it around the 20. As we're down to under 40 seconds to go in the game. They're going to snap it one more time, and that's going to do it. I want to remind everybody, next week, we're going to be bringing you Thomas County Central and Thomasville. That game is at Thomasville. We will be there. Our ITG Next Georgia game of the week is going to be a big one. Thomasville, Thomas County Central. You can watch it right here. And I was wrong. Brooks County's not going to snap it again. They're like, hey, we're going to take our win and we're going to go home. As the clock reads all zeros. Your final score as both teams congratulate each other at midfield. your final score here tonight, boy, the folks the folks at Cook wasted no time getting that score taken down. I think that might be the quickest I've ever seen the score taken off. Hey, that's fine. If you're Cook, take it down. Hey, flush that game if you're Cook and come back strong next week. I don't blame them. Final score 45-14 in favor of Brooks County here tonight. A game that saw Cook jump out to a 7-0 lead. Only to see Brooks County come roaring back. Game was 7-0 early.
And this is, remember, next week.
Chris Cole came back with a 70-yard touchdown run for Brooks County on their next possession to tie it up 7-7, and Brooks County was off and running after that. It was 7-7 after the end of the first quarter. Brooks County would then really start rolling. Started with the 97-yard bomb at 11:47. It comes right at the beginning of the second quarter. Then they follow that up with a 60-yard touchdown pass, a 24-yard touchdown pass, all that coming in the second quarter. And Brooks was off and running. They built a huge halftime lead. Chris Cole would add another 55-yard touchdown run. And then they capped off the scoring with 9:59 left to go in the fourth quarter. That on a 26-yard field goal from Rafael Mojica. And the rest, as they say, is history. Guys, I can tell you, before the season started, I had Brooks County as my top pick to win the state. And, yeah, after that Thomasville loss, I thought, well, let's see what happens. I mean, Thomasville, a bigger school, bigger team, but Brooks County were healthy. They took a week, and that's the beauty of having an early bye week. They had a bye week after that loss to Thomasville, able to get folks healthy. I talked to Josh McFarland. He said, look, we got everybody healthy. And I did mention it. I asked him about Chris Cole specifically. He said he is healthy and he's in great shape, and you could just kind of read between the lines for what he was saying that, yeah, we like Chris, and you could see why tonight. He definitely gets my player of the game for either team tonight, Chris Cole of the Brooks County Trojans, showing you why he is considered one of the best running backs in the state. And Brooks, considered one of the best teams in the state, as they win going away tonight. Your final score, 45-14. Again, sponsors of tonight's game, want to give a big thanks to our friends at Sterling Group Orthopedics, as well as our friends at Farrah and Farrah sponsoring tonight's live stream. Thanks to all of y'all that stayed with us tonight on both our YouTube and Facebook pages and channels tonight. Hope you'll join us next week as we go to Thomasville, the Rose City, for the clash between crosstown rivals, the Thomasville Bulldogs and the Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets. We'll have all of it for you beginning 15 minutes before kickoff, followed by the actual kickoff at 7:30. Be sure to join us then. Again, guys, don't forget, though, Monday, well, it's not going to be Monday. Monday is Labor Day. So because of the Labor Day holiday, my show, Extra Point with Phil Jones, will come to you on Tuesday. So Tuesday, 5 o'clock, right here at ITG Next Georgia's Facebook and YouTube channel. You can watch myself and Mazzani Matthews as we will talk high school football with you. You can communicate with us. You can chat with us. We hope that you'll be able to join us. Special Tuesday edition because of the holiday. We will not be coming to you on Monday, so it'll be Tuesday, 5 o'clock, right here at ITG Next Georgia. Be sure to join us then, and be sure to join us next Friday night for Thomas County Central in Thomasville. Until then, have a great weekend. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend, and we'll see you on Tuesday on Extra Point.